U.S. Congressman Lloyd Doggett said there are major challenges with the visa application process. He says his office alone has worked to help constituents with 124 different visa cases since January, 40 of which are still pending. Some of the cases involve student visas and families obtaining visitor visa interviews at embassies to return to the U.S.
And what we found in the last few months is that when we call federal agencies, the phone rings and rings and no one answers. The folks that process immigration matters have never been all that responsive, but it has hit a new low.
And the State Department said in a statement to KXAN, quote, "In every case, we will take the time necessary to ensure an applicant does not pose a risk to the safety and security of the United States and that he or she has credibly established his or her eligibility for the visa sought, including that the applicant intends to engage in activities consistent with the terms of admission." The concerns from Doggett come as universities across Texas wait to see what impact new visa policies might have on their international student enrollment. KXAN investigator Kelly Wiley talks to one couple who has been struggling for years to get a visa for a young man they hope to support through his studies in America.
For years, Dan Weber and his husband say they've tried to bring their guardian angel to the United States.
We actually built our little casita out here, our little guest house for him, and it literally is named La Casa de Angelito.
And according to the couple, for years, the 25-year-old Mexican citizen Angel has been denied a student visa, despite first being accepted into the University of Texas at Austin's English Language Center in 2022.
This recent spring was the fourth time we have tried.
It's the fourth time?
Fourth time.
The couple said it has advocated for Angel ever since he came to the U.S. in 2021 on humanitarian parole, for the sole purpose of seeing if he could be a living donor for Dan, who was experiencing kidney failure. Angel turned out not to be a match.
We looked at it as kind of, this is a chance for us to do something really nice for somebody who's done something great for us. We're next to one of the best universities in the United States. He wants to be a commercial pilot. UT has a wonderful English as a second language program in which you need to become one.
Angel's most recent attempt to secure a visa came at the start of the second Trump administration.
They finished the interview, disappeared for like 6 minutes, and came back and said no.
Since then, court records show the federal government abruptly terminated approximately 4,700 foreign students from the Student and Exchange Visitor Information System, or SEVIS, a database that tracks the minute-to-minute status of foreign students and workers in the U.S. In May, the federal government temporarily stopped scheduling new student visa appointments while developing a new screening tool that looks at social media activity. Even now, the State Department has announced that it suspended issuing visas to citizens of 19 countries. A State Department spokesperson told KXAN consulates constantly adjust their schedules to allow for sufficient time to fully vet the cases before them, adding that the Trump administration is protecting the nation by upholding the highest standards of national security and public safety through the visa process.
They have about 2 minutes per case to make a decision about these visas. So it's a very high volume, decision fatigue.
Matt Hughes is a former state consular officer. His legal practice, Border Call, represented Angel in his most recent attempt to come to the U.S.
Some of this has happened all along, some of the things that we're seeing in the immigration system, but that there is a new flavor to it. It's becoming much more difficult to get visas to the United States, to travel to the United States, and I think that there's a lot of concern among people who are working for the government that they will be in a difficult spot if they approve visas.
University of Texas at Austin officials say they still don't have a clear picture of the impact, if any, that new federal visa policies and the SEVIS terminations last spring might have on its international student population. They won't release international enrollment figures until the census date on the 12th class day.
We keep it here as both a sign that you always have a home.
After years of trying to bring Angel to the States for his education, Dan and his husband are now trying to figure out how to help him in a different way.
We're taking a lesson from him. He has never been, oh, woe is me. He's always been, this is what I have, let me make the best of it. So we're saying, you know what, maybe the best of it for you isn't meant to be in the United States.
The KXAN Investigates team obtained data showing that from January to the end of July, the university issued more than 1,200 I-20 forms to prospective international students. Visa applicants used this form to demonstrate they're authorized to study at a specific institution. It represents a 7.7% drop from year to year in the number of forms issued. But according to UT Austin's Texas Global, I-20 data is an unreliable predictor of international enrollment. Texas Global told KXAN that even if the university issues fewer I-20s in 1 year compared to the previous, the number of students who ultimately enroll may remain constant. Kelly Wiley, KXAN Investigates.